I would like to show you something that every man, woman, and child with training and supervision should carry on them. Believe it or not, I'm not going to show you a neck knife. So unlike a neck knife, where you may have to get through several layers of clothing, I have not found these very practical. I did buy this on a whim. It does have some uses. However, I'm not 100% sold on the safety of it. It has not come apart on me, but you could see where if that comes loose under your shirt or garment of some type, things could get a little punctury. I've refrained from using EDC or everyday carry because, like a lot of things these days, it's become ridiculous. The term's ridiculous. If you watch these bushcraft channels, gear channels, outdoor channels, if they carried everything they call EDC or everyday carry, they'd weigh 1,500 pounds. Or the guy pulls out, you know, this machete that's as long as your leg and he's chopping up carrots with it. So I find that ridiculous. However, there is a tool that, and I got to put a disclaimer in, we need to do that these days. You need to check local laws, federal laws, state laws where you're at. I don't know where you're watching from. Politicians make silly laws and don't know what they're doing. So you really need to be careful of carrying something concealed and lengths of things and things like that. So just be careful. But this is something that everyone should really have. It's a good tool for a myriad of things. And I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's nothing very exciting, but it is the common pocket knife. Now, along with the second disclaimer, you know, if you're going to give this to a kid, make sure that they're old enough and responsible enough to do that, and that you are going to put the time in and, you know, spend some time with your little princess or your little buddy and show them something. My first one was given to me at about age 5 in small doses. I'll get into the uses and the reasons why carrying a pocket knife on your person is a good idea in a little bit here. But first, if you have personally never carried a knife, I suggest that you train yourself. I don't think you need to go into defensive combat course or anything like that, but, you know, maybe find a Boy Scout book or military manual, something like that on how to handle a knife. You know, I'm sure there's ubiquitous, multifaceted YouTube videos that will show you these kinds of things of, you know, how to safely handle a knife, how to safely sharpen it, don't cut toward yourself, don't put your finger in the way, stuff like that. And especially if you have if you're going to do this with a kid. These were introduced to me very slowly. I was about 5 years old when I got my first one. It was done on camping trips and fishing trips, and we were handed a knife in direct supervision of my dad. Thanks, Dad. You know, first thing is how to open it, how to close it, and basically how to put a point on a stick, and it kind of went on from there of different things that you can do with it, and also how to sharpen it and care for it and make it last a long time. My first knife was a old timer. I bought it at the first knife that I purchased myself was an old timer. Bought it with lawnmower money. That thing lasted 30 plus years. I would definitely say the newer knives are not as well built as the old ones. I've been through 2 of these in probably like the last 6 or 7 years. This one here is a buck. I would suggest going to a good name brand like Buck or Case or something like that. This one here was like $30 or something like that. Not a whole lot of expense there. But it's got to be well cared for. So caring for your knife, you need to keep it sharp, lubricated and clean. Those are the three main things that you need to do. Make sure it functions properly and there's no cracks in the blades and it's not rusting or anything. So that's pretty simple care, and you just need to be make sure that your tool is ready to use every time. So I recommend this 3-blade type configuration. It seems to be the most useful. As far as size go, this is about 3 inches long. I like this blade. It's good for chopping. It's good for opening packages. You can you know, soft packages or even boxes and stuff like that, because you can just nick the end and then get your blade in there, and this will keep from damaging what's inside, and you can run it along. It also works good in a jam as a flathead screwdriver. This one here is good for small tight spaces, and also can double as a Phillips head screwdriver, enough to tighten it up or loosen it to get you by. That does damage the blade a little bit, but like I said, if it's an emergency and you need to do that, obviously a good long blade there is good for many types of things. At camp, you can use it to chop your vegetables, or cut your meat or something like that. And food preparation, it's good for whittling. All these blades are good for whittling. Even common everyday uses like removing staples. I don't know, I guess we're a paperless society now, but still you run across staples sometimes. Cutting fingernails, trimming rope, trimming string. The uses are endless, and this in your front pocket or your purse or somewhere on your person is a great tool. If you're camping or hiking or something like that, something like this at the ready can be a lot more useful than a fixed blade knife or a giant spring-loaded or, you know, folding type knife. This can be just a good tool, an asset on top of things like that when you're out camping or hiking. And really just everyday life, working in the garage, you know, working in the house, things like that. Having this tool on you can be a game changer. Yes, a simple, good quality pocket knife is an awesome idea, and I cannot stress enough, make sure you know how to use a knife. Simple operation, shouldn't take you long to learn how to do that, but be very careful. Keep it sharp, oiled, and clean, and this thing will last you a very long time and will have more uses that you can ever come up with. So thanks for watching. Please comment, subscribe, ding that bell so you get notified when I put up new videos. Like and share. Adios.